Well, this is episode 200, being recorded on April 25th, 20. Council is now in session, and we will make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, tech, random shit.
Random shit?
What the hell? And absolutely no expertise.
What happened?
CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever.
What, I do that wrong or something?
It's not a tumor.
It's nothing you did, Brian. Nothing you did.
Okay.
The problem that I have with this soundboard is that I have to control the volume manually. And so then when I want to like interject things, you can't always hear them very well.
Maybe you should line level all of your uploads.
Maybe you should.
Never gets old.
Never. Why is that?
You're right, Dave. I should do that. I should also go back and edit the last 400 episodes, but you know,
We'll get
see.
there eventually.
We'll get there.
Oh, you know what? Wait, you should just say episodes whatever through whatever were CouncilCast raw. And just don't even edit them. Just stick them together however crappy way they are. They just don't
I mean,
do
that's
anything with them at all.
exactly what we used to do.
Yeah, we
We
Yeah,
decided
and-
we were going to make them better.
And you guys had a lot more listeners then, didn't you?
yeah,
Yeah.
because we actually posted stuff.
There you go.
Oh wow. Getting things kicked off fast tonight. Good.
Boom.
I mean, it's almost like as if you're screaming in a space and nobody's listening to you,
Ooh.
which might be happening in the future because Airbus now has a new space station design that simulates gravity.
It's
So
sweet. I
Airbus
like
is
it.
getting into the
Okay.
space station world.
No, wait. Is Airbus just the planes? Or I know it's the name of a plane. Is it a company?
It is, yes, it is in fact a company.
Airbus is not a type of plane. It's actually a company that makes Okay.
It is,
Yep,
yes,
it's
it is
like Boeing.
a company.
Well, no.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't think that. I thought that Airbus was, like a 737 or a 727. That Boeing made an Airbus. I didn't know Airbus was an actual brand.
Airbus is an actual company, yes. They are a French company, I believe.
They're more of a European.
I think they're based in France, though, aren't
They
they?
might be based in France, but they're basically the EU's version of
I
Boeing.
don't know, guys. It's easy to just draw up a design on a piece of paper. Is this
I
impressive
like the
or what?
stationary bikes. Those look
mean,
pretty sweet.
Yes, this is
Oh,
technically
look.
just a
Look.
rendering of what the space station could look like.
And this is how they've created gravity. These little footholds. All right. Well, cool. Neat. Next.
I mean, what is the next thing they'll come up with? Magnetic boots or something?
Maybe.
Only makes sense.
What
I mean,
was
I
that?
guess be curious to see if this actually works out for them. I'm assuming the intent is that this is supposed to be like a rotating space station.
I think so.
It's hard to tell. They don't really have a whole lot of details about it yet. So, oh yeah, there it goes. It says they will have a centrifuge to simulate gravity. So,
Oh,
So
yeah.
is it basically like gyroscope in the middle of the centrifuge? They're gonna suck the blood right out of it.
Yes.
Yep. basically, you're one big experiment.
Yep. They'll just take you up there, spin you up real fast.
Neat.
You know, basically like those big spinning arms that they test the astronauts in. It'll basically be that, but in space.
That sounds messy, but cool.
Thumbs up for space.
Yeah, thumbs up for somebody else coming up with a space station design. So I'll give them that.
Thumbs up for me figuring out that Airbus is a company and not just the name of a plane.
Thumbs up for that.
I'm glad that happened, Brian. Yeah,
This
and I'm
is
glad
an
that you did it while you.
educational show.
Yeah, I mean,
For me, it is.
For everyone.
you will, I guarantee, learn something every episode. Unless you're drunk, because you might have a hangover and it might make your memory last less. But that's okay, because scientists have now come up with a way for you to avoid having a hangover. Apparently, a bunch of scientists have created a strain of probiotics that they have been testing on mice, and it apparently allows them to skip the terrible morning after hangover after getting plastered the night before.
But you can still get drunk. Yes. Okay. Good. I just wasn't
That,
sure.
That's was my question as well. Like, I just want to make sure that I can still get drunk and just be better the next morning. I think that thumbs up.
How do they know that the mice are
yeah.
not having hangovers?
They asked them
Oh,
on a scale of 1 to 10
that makes sense.
on this, which one of these smiley faces represents how you feel this morning. And if they make
You know what they did? They put them on that space station, and when it started spinning, they just see if the mice were they threw up or anything like that. That's what they did.
Yeah, that's probably pretty close. They apparently said that they were able to test it by checking if they had basically absorbed less alcohol in their bloodstream, experienced fewer acute symptoms of drunkenness. Apparently, they would take them and get them drunk, and then put them on their backs and see if they could stand up after that. And they found out that there's some evidence that their livers were less injured than usual. So there you go.
so, here's my pushback on that experiment. My question:
Okay.
did they continue to use the same rats over and over again, so the rats were just building up a tolerance to the alcohol?
Good question.
Do they use the same ones over and over again, or do they just?
Sure. I'm gonna go with yes.
Sure.
But-
Yeah.
Blaine, I'm not feeling a lot of confidence that you know whether or not that's truthful.
I just got off the phone. I just texted the scientists.
Just
And
got off the
they just
phone,
told me.
texted.
Yep. They definitely texted saying, "Yep, that's they were the same." I say only had like 3 of them. That's all they were allotted. So they couldn't afford anymore.
3 rats. Just kept using the same rats. And
It
after
turns
a
out
while,
those rats are alcoholics.
they drink constantly.
Excess.
Not
Oh.
that drunk. Not that drunk.
Yeah, well,
Was
thumbs
that,
up for the
beer
hangover
fest?
cure. I'll give them a thumbs up on that.
Thumbs up for getting more probiotics in your diet.
There
Can you
go.
imagine you buying a big pack of beer that it also comes with a probiotic shooters that you can drink? You know, like it has an extra pack on it or something, so you can take the antidote.
I mean, that'd be a great way of selling it. Just partner with the beer companies and say, throw this in with a 12-pack of beer or something like that. Yeah.
Make it a gas station, like sell it with the shots.
5-hour energies right there with them.
How about it's like built into the cap of a 40, so when you open up the 40, the cap is actually the shot with the probiotic.
1 shot per 40. Edward 40 hands and double probiotics. I love it.
Perfect.
Nice.
And in that game, it's whoever can wake up at 6 a.m. and go for a run without puking.
You know what? I'm going to say thumbs up for our version of this idea.
Well, something that isn't going to last as long as your hangover is apparently a Chromebook, because Chromebooks apparently are creating a huge amount of electronic waste. If you guys may have remembered back when Chromebooks came out, a bunch of schools really hopped on the bandwagon of buying these things because they're pretty cheap, and they could buy them for a whole bunch of students. And apparently it exploded with COVID as people started doing a lot of classwork from home. And it turns out that when you have a really cheap piece of electronic, it doesn't last very long.
Shocking.
Yeah, but
I know.
weren't they having all the students like fix them and put them back together? And
Well,
Probably.
it turns out if you can buy a Chromebook for $90, it also costs $90 to repair it.
Even with all that free slave labor, with all those kids fixing them for you.
Apparently.
Wow. So they're just
Um,
giant landfills filled with Chromebooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
You know what we should
Um,
do?
Hmm.
Now that we have a big shiny rocket that Elon Musk has made, and it can carry a lot of stuff and go really, really far.
Yeah.
We should take it out and launch it towards the sun.
Yeah.
And then about halfway
Mm.
there, let the sun's gravity pull it in and incinerate all these Chromebooks.
This is a great idea that has never been talked
It's a
about
great
on the
idea,
show
isn't
before.
it? It's a
Great idea.
I'm
I heard
I'm on
somebody
board
is-
with this.
This is the first time.
That's
that
the
we
first
talked about
time.
it. The first
I
time.
was the first time we ever talked about this idea. There's not a
I can't
there's not a
believe
problem.
this
with it.
hasn't come up before.
I can't either. It's a great idea.
Brian, you are a genius.
Oh yeah.
How are you?
All
So
those
what-
red lights have been paying off.
How are you still
the red
poor?
How am I still poor?
But yeah, apparently the Chromebooks just are not lasting long, and on top of that, any the hardware problems. Apparently, this is not supported for very long anymore either. So
Oh.
it sounds like they typically only last like 2 to 3 years, and they basically end up throwing them away and buying new ones. So I guess moral of the story is cheap stuff isn't going to last. As if nobody's ever heard that before.
Really, Dad?
The Samuel Vines something of economics.
No, I'm TV dad, Brian.
The old TV Dad. Really, TV Dad?
It's the same thing I
Wow.
just said.
Tell me more. So what are they doing with all these things?
The Sam Vines Boots theory of socioeconomic unfairness, or the Boots theory.
Was that the invisible hand?
No,
That's the only thing I remember from economics.
no. This is Terry Pratchett in Discworld.
Did he come up with Reaganomics?
No. So
The only other economic thing that I know of.
Sam's is a night watchman, and the reason the rich were so rich were because they managed to spend less money.
Oh, the guy who talks about the boots.
Yeah, Boots, for example, he earns $38 plus a month plus allowances. A really good pair of boots of leather boots costs $50, but affordable pair of boots, which were sort of okay for a season or two, and then leaked like the cardboard gave out, cost $10. Those are the boots Vimes always bought and wore them until the soles were so thin you could tell where he was in Ankh-Morpork on a foggy night by the feel of the cobbles. But the thing was that good boots lasted for years and years. A man who could afford $50 had a pair of boots that they'd keep his feet dry in 10 years' time, while a poor man could only afford cheap boots and would have to spend $100 on boots in the same time period and would still have wet feet.
What did we turn a book on tape? What's going on? What's going? Can I turn it up to a higher speed and get it over with faster?
I'm done.
Don't worry,
It's very
Brian. When you,
informative.
when
It's
you
like one of
listen
the
to this
most
later,
informative things that's happened on the show ever.
We must go back and
That's
not do it now.
Thumbs down. I learned
CouncilCast
something.
raw.
I thought you liked learning things here, Brian. Or have we exceeded the amount that you can learn in one night?
Way past what I can do. Beyond what I can deal with. So I did hear the TV Dad was saying that when you buy cheap things, they don't last. So Dave's story is very right on line with TV Dad's advice. So
There you go.
there we go.
So I guess thumbs up for buying expensive things. I don't know.
Mhm.
Thumbs down for
I mean, just e-waste
schools
is a
buying
problem.
Chromecast or Chromebooks, I should say.
E-waste is a big problem that we need to do more.
If
to
you took
address.
all the Dave, you do all this computer repair stuff. If we took all these Chromebooks apart and linked them all together into one computer, would they be super powerful and amazing?
Yes. Matt tried to do that at one point.
Really, Matt?
Not with Chromebooks, but with the same concept of really old hardware. He tried to make a super cluster.
And
Didn't go
Uh,
well.
He got yelled at for doing it.
Got yelled at.
By whom?
And we know that we know the supercluster as Elon Musk today.
Super cluster of shit.
Was that Jacobson that yelled at you? Or...
No. It was Ben.
Oh, it was Ben.
Didn't
hated
work at
him.
all.
I didn't like him then. That was my first interaction with him. Is him being mad at me. Ultimately ended up being my boss. Good friends now.
And you guys
have
still
you told him the story
tinker with that
recently
computer, huh?
That
Oh, he knows the story. He thinks it's funny.
Why were you trying to build a supercluster?
For fun.
Did it work? That was my
What?
question.
For
Did it work
fun?
at all?
Didn't work. One of the computers started to burn.
probably a
Sounds
Mac
like it
in the
worked.
shop at some point.
I've got
Real
a
good.
picture of it somewhere. Hold on.
Well, maybe that's what all these schools can do with all these Chromebooks when they're done with them.
Burn them?
Yeah.
Burn them. Yeah.
Oh, not burn them. Oh, that's good. Turn them into a supercomputer. To run the
I'm not
district.
honestly, I'm not surprised that schools jumped on these things like super quick. Like, hey, we can get these
Here.
computers for really cheap,
Somebody click on this and share it.
and it just didn't work. Oh my god.
Dun, 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 bum, bum.
Can anybody guess why the second computer in the stack, like there's two columns there, but why are the second computers in the
Your
stack?
keyboard. I can see it.
There you go. We needed a shelf.
Now, would this stack of computers been equivalent to
One Raspberry
the
Pi.
laptop? The laptop I'm using right now today,
This is probably
what's-
slower than your phone. to be honest, this was like 2009.
slower than your phone. Now we just have a phone that represents all of this. That's awesome.
I mean, it wouldn't have been
Actually,
fast
the
at
space-
the time either.
The space shuttle probably had more processing
I
power
mean, it
than
was
this did.
14 years ago, so
I've
I
never
don't
heard
know.
that comparison
Maybe-
used.
maybe all of them together faster than your phone. I don't remember what was in these machines, and I don't know. I'd have to go look. But
This-
look at
and
that
you were able
fucking
to play-
rat's nest.
Did you play Pong with it or something? What
No,
did
I'm
you-
sure we were gonna do something stupid with it, like make it do math.
I
I think
you
we had aspirations of running like LinPack on it or some bullshit like that.
Dune.
This was, I think we started doing this when we gave up on actually trying to win the CDC that year. I don't really remember.
That's awesome.
I should
Should I
post
give
this
you
on
a
the
Doom?
security channel.
Thumbs up for making your own
Intent-
computer.
Yeah, that's
What
That's
are we
pretty good.
voting on? We're voting on that.
Chromebooks.
Thumbs up for kids learning stuff.
thumbs down for them not using Macs
Oh yeah, they should.
because that would have been smarter.
And Macs never go with newer models and have to be upgraded and run out of.
Never.
Oh, the operating system. Yeah, never happens. So.
Life cycle on a Mac is, in my experience, is always around 5 to 10 years.
Only makes sense. I mean, the only downside with buying all these Chromebooks is you don't have DVD players anymore, which is probably why Netflix is now ending DVD by mail service.
Okay, I just want to ask or say I didn't know they were still doing that.
Neither did I. I think I remembered a couple of years, like 5 years ago, that I saw an article that it was, oh wow, that's still a thing.
Yeah.
Like, there was a price increase for it. I'm like, oh, they still have that plan. I think I stopped
They
doing
do, in fact.
DVDs like in college. Like after I graduated from college, I stopped doing it because the
Wow.
Yep.
streaming library was so good. But I do have fond memories of Rent Rip Return.
I
So
can
that's
still
probably a
do
good
it.
thing because. What's that?
You can still sign up for it. Get started.
Yep. Yeah, you can. So they've been doing it since 1997. For 26 years, they have been shipping DVDs out by mail, and they are now going to stop it as of September 29th of this year. So
Oh, nice. So I'm gonna sign up for it, and I'm going to say I lost a lot of these DVDs, and then just get a whole bunch, like it multiply my DVD collection for the next several months.
You know, they only send you X number at a time.
They do, and then if they get lost in the mail,
Oh, I never got
so
it.
apparently they said they have apparently shipped over 5 billion DVDs since 1997. So
see, they
That's
have
crazy.
several. They have several
for
extra
them.
that they don't need. And what are they going to do with them when they're going to liquidate them? I don't
They're
think
gonna
so.
Thumbs
sell
up
them
for
to Redbox.
overachieving.
5
Sell them to
What
Redbox.
is it?
Does
What
Redbox
is-
still exist?
Redbox still exists.
What is that Jerry Seinfeld joke about McDonald's? He's like, what are these? What's McDonald's still counting for? Who's that impressing? Oh, 100 million sold. All right, I'll try one.
Is that 100 million sold each day?
No, it was just total.
Is it 100 million sold total?
Yeah,
I think they might do 100 million a day now.
they do a lot.
Well, that's what I never understood. What are they trying to say? Is it a million a day? Is it a million a year? Is it they've sold 100 million since they opened? I mean, that seems unimpressive if you think about how long they've been a company.
Well, no, this was in the early 90s when they were throwing those up on billboards.
Oh, yeah. Now they just have an infinity sign around them, right?
Yeah. And sold infinity.
That sounds like a
cheeseburgers.
Futurama joke.
How many burgers did they
We've
sell?
sold-
Infinity.
We've sold 800 billion
We've sold-
cheeseburgers and infinity hamburgers.
We've sold the theoretical total limit of number of possible burgers. That
No
have
more
ever
potatoes left
existed.
on the planet. Yeah,
when
we
they
still sell-
when they overflow the counter, and it's we've sold -2 trillion or however whatever the number is. I don't have a
Or
calculator
you,
there.
or you hear that all potatoes are gone from the planet, and yet McDonald's can still sell French fries, right?
Yeah, that sounds pretty legit.
They would
Well,
just
yeah,
start making it out
I'm
of some other
excited
starch.
for the end of an era. I hope that means that they're gonna open up some new options for us. Like,
Are they going to start shipping Blu-ray? Blue?
they'll stop shipping DVDs.
No, they're doing HD DVDs now.
yeah.
Perfect.
HD.
Great.
Are they? We're not doing DVDs anymore. We're doing Blu-rays.
Perfect. You know, I'm going to give them a thumbs up for continuing to get it running this long. I'm surprised they're still doing it too, Brian.
I
You
am
said
too.
this was Netflix.
Yeah.
This entire time, I could have been getting Blu-rays and copying them.
Probably
Jesus.
You could probably still do it until September.
September.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do with all
Do
the
you have Blu-rays?
Blu-rays?
Yes. Your plan.
They're going
on-
to sell them to Redbox. They're just going to drop them off at a Redbox one day.
Just start feeding DVDs into a red box.
I mean, it'll be Reed Hastings will be standing there with a DVD, just putting it in
Reed
every
Hastings.
single.
Oh, so how many do they have? I wonder.
Mm.
You know,
I
in,
don't know.
in their in their inventory.
A whole
100,000,
shitload.
Total
billion,
for-
trillion, trillion,
Oh, thank you.
zillion, zillion.
Matt explained how many. I got it now. Never mind.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well, if you want to know how many cylinders it takes to drive a drill, a YouTuber has apparently created what I can only imagine is the world's first V8 powered drill.
What?
Yes. So apparently
V8 Nitro.
Yes, V8 Nitro powered drill. So, this guy on Tim Welds has apparently bought. Well, he didn't buy. I guess he got gifted a tiny engine, a tiny V8 powered engine that has its own, basically everything. It runs. It's got its own fuel pump. It's got its own fuel supply, intercooler, all this sort of stuff. He basically built the V8 engine himself and attached it to a drill, and off he goes.
Okay. I don't think this is a real thing.
This
That
is
is a-
definitely a real thing.
No, that's a battery operated drill with a bunch of stuff on it. It looks like it's like a Hollywood I don't know. Like
You
props,
can watch the
props
video.
made this.
He walks through building it. I mean, my favorite part though is this is like just the chuck is directly connected to the drive shaft on this thing, so like there's no the only way to start it and stop it is the engine's on or the engine's off.
Wow.
What?
That's kind of overkill, don't you think? To drill a hole in a 1x2 there.
Oh my
mean,
god.
It's a great use of.
All right,
I
that's
wanted
pretty
him to do
cool.
something more impressive with this super powerful drill as an example here, but it does look cool.
It does look cool.
It-
It probably weighs a ton.
Somebody needs to send this to the guy that I've watched that tests impact wrenches and like their torque. Like, have you any of you ever watched this guy where he like
No.
he
This
has
sounds
his
awesome.
he has his own rig for testing like how much torque they can provide and stuff like that.
So apparently
He's-
it does put out 4.3 horsepower. So
Wow.
The best part of his video is that he's wearing a Binford t-shirt.
yeah.
Oh.
This thing is just awesome. Apparently, you can buy this engine for about $1,800. But yeah,
So you too could make a very dangerous drill.
yes, you in fact can.
Can't wait.
I just think this is impressive that this guy even could put it together and make it work. So
I
I'm
agree.
giving him a thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs
you
up
go.
for sure.
Thumbs up.
The
That's pretty cool.
World's most powerful cordless impact wrench versus Milwaukee for the crown. One of them does 2,000 foot-pounds and the other one does 3,000 foot-pounds.
Jeez, that's ridiculous.
Yes, but can either one of those go 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds? Because this V8 is just killed. Look at this thing. It's crazy.
Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, it is crazy. And maybe if you're lonely one night at home and are
Crazy.
tired of waiting for your friends to come online and chat with them, a data scientist has apparently cloned his best friend's group chat using AI to simulate his friends.
I would love to see an
Can we go back to
AI
talking about the engine
of John
again?
be
'Cause
simulated.
Yeah, so apparently this guy basically built a chat room using ChatGPT and basically fed it a whole bunch of information about his friends from their own group chat. And he said that he was very surprised at how quickly it picked up on how his friends talked, behaved, responded to things, and has his own chat room now with his own AI friends.
So he can
This is what I
message
will
in and then they
ultimately
just like
replace you
they
all
start
with.
to pile on. That's awesome.
It is that's dedication right there, I think. I'm not sure what would have driven him to want to do this, but sure.
So
He's
there's
lonely.
software out there that you can feed lines to an AI. Well, not AI generated. It's weird. It's like they've taken a video of someone and then they're using AI to make it look like their mouth is moving to the words that are happening. And you can buy the software. I need to find it again because you can get this software to create like they've set it up. They've said it's like, oh, this is a really easy way to do internal training videos for your company. So you don't have to hire an actor. You can just type up the training videos, and then there's an AI voice with an AI face talking to the camera. So it elevates your training video from looking at a slideshow to having a person on screen, right? I'm wondering if you could use chat, if you could rig that up some which way to do live feeding the lines to those characters from ChatGPT and have a podcast of all AI generated people talking to each other, or having one person who's adding an input. So you type in one thing or it listens to you and responds. I don't know. I feel like we're right around the corner from that because this is not that much different.
I mean, that makes sense. Sure. I think somebody could just whip that up tomorrow.
Yeah, actually, probably. It's a lot. Somebody smarter than me could whip it up tomorrow, but You know what?
Hmm.
I might drop everything tomorrow and see if I could do it.
It's a good idea.
Perfect. Yeah, I guess thumbs up for coming up with your own idea there.
Thanks. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT what they think.
Ask ChatGPT how to code it.
Oh,
There you go.
They might actually come up with code your voice to face software. Neat.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to move on to our billionaire pitches of the week. And who wants to start us off this evening?
I would like a billionaire to do exactly what Silas did before him and better than he ever could.
What?
What?
Okay.
Silas said he was gonna stop everything and do something tomorrow. I would like a billionaire to do
Ah,
it before he
gotcha.
can and do it better.
You
than
want
he
somebody to
ever
do
could.
his idea first. Okay.
Yeah. But in classic billionaire fashion, take somebody else's idea and throw more money at it and get it better.
I love it. That's the best one.
Never gets
I wish
old.
I wish there were better fart sounds, but man, that's the cream of the crop right there.
There you
I
go,
love that
creme there.
idea. If a billionaire can beat me to my own idea, even better.
I have a
Perfect.
billionaire pitch. I would like a restaurant, like a billionaire to start a restaurant from a Star Trek theme. So I would like them to create a replicator that can rearrange matter into whatever food you want. And you can just walk up to the replicator and order your meal, and it will appear before you, and you can take it back to your table.
So you don't have any chefs or cooks at this restaurant? It's just a bank
Replicator
of
machines.
replicators?
Mhm.
Okay. Sounds pretty fast. Yeah, I like the idea of that. I give it a thumbs up.
I give it a
Yeah.
thumbs up.
Yeah, shouldn't be that difficult.
I mean, you're just
Star Trek-
rearranging matter from somewhere else, so seems pretty
Yeah.
easy.
I mean, heck,
Next.
they could make you bring your own matter if you need to.
I mean, can it? All right.
Right? Here's a couple bricks. Turn this into my supper.
I was thinking some, but sure.
Yeah, not that organic, but okay, whatever.
I mean, what if they just had the toilet in the back room and it just fed right into the replicator and it just transformed that into food?
No, you're just being gross. Hey, if you wanna, you always jump on my ideas. So if you wanna do that, that's fine.
I'm just trying to help enhance your idea here, Brian.
Okay, I appreciate that. I don't always
Anytime.
think them through. I always, get I get so far and then I just don't see the end of it. And then you always see the end of it for me. So I appreciate that.
We work very well together on that, Brian.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
I'd like to pitch an idea.
Another idea?
Just one. Did I pitch something already?
No, you didn't pitch anything.
I didn't think so. I'd like to
All
pitch
right, go for it.
just one. Scissors that can't cut anything.
Okay.
They already have those. They're in the medical field. They're called tape scissors. They don't cut anything, not even tape.
They just look like
they'd be
cut
good for
things.
they'd be good for pranks. It'd be a good training tool to teach kids how to use scissors without being able to hurt themselves or actually cut anything. As a conversation starter, stress relief. Because what's less frustrating than not being able to cut something? Man, I really want to cut this and I can't. That brings me a lot of satisfaction. Or maybe you could use it as an art installation. I don't know. There are a lot of things that you could do with it. I just
Can I run with these scissors? Like, is it dangerous to run with these scissors if it can't cut anything?
You can do whatever you want if they're not going
while
to cut
I don't
anything.
recommend running with scissors. They're
Weird Al
designed with
does.
safety in mind. So yeah, they can't cut anything. So you're probably okay.
All right, perfect. Scissors I can run with. I'm thumbs up
Weird
on
Al
it now.
says you can run with any scissors.
Weird Al.
In fact, he has an album.
I live
named
my life by
Running
that,
with
guys.
Scissors.
Every word. One time he sang a song
Albuquerque.
One time he sang a song about getting a box of a dozen crazed weasels. Albuquerque. I'm glad we both went.
Yes.
I'm glad we both went to that song.
I believe that the moral of that entire song is about he hates sauerkraut.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
That sounds about right.
It is. He's like. Anyway, what was I saying? Where was I at?
Big
Anyway.
bowl of sauerkraut.
The whole
Every
point of the
single
story
morning.
is I hate sauerkraut. Hey, Mom,
All right.
why do you
I
feed
like
me all
it.
the sauerkraut? Because it's good for you. She strapped me in a chair and force fed me nothing but sauerkraut till I was 22 and a half years old. That's when I swore that someday I get out of that basement and travel to a faraway magical place where the air smells like warm root beer. Waka waka doo doo, yeah.
You
The very
really
next
know a lot
day-
of that song. Are you reading it or do you have it memorized?
No, I just haven't memorized. I haven't sang it since I was 13 years old, but that is
What?
I can't tell you what I had for dinner last night, but I can sing you this stupid Weird Al song.
Have you seen
Quote wizard people.
Have you seen
Winning.
Weird the Al Yankovic story?
No, not yet. I want to see it really bad. Every
Oh,
time
it's
I went to go look
fantastic.
at
I watched it this week.
is it on like a normal streamer yet? Because it was
It's
only
on
like
Roku.
it was only like on Tubi or something last time I
It
saw.
was Roku. It's a Roku original, so you have to go through their site,
Mm.
which it's free.
Roku TV is.
If you
I'm
have a
pretty sure you
Roku.
I'm
Right.
pretty sure you can watch it online.
Stream Weird Al movie.
Or you probably can get it onto your Apple TV somehow.
Let's see, go to
Like, there's no way they wouldn't want as many people to watch this as
Um,
possible.
You can stream it for free on a Chromebook.
that you find in the dump. Billy.
How big is
But only if
your,
you stream 2 or 3 of them together.
give me a Dropbox link. I can get it to you.
A file request link. Were you gonna BitTorrent this to me?
No, I won't use BitTorrent. I'll just send it to you.
Dropbox in it. Come on. I think my pitch for this week is I want a billionaire to make a letter opener that is a laser or mini lightsaber.
Right.
I think that would be fun to have. So
It's like 4 gig.
I won't have enough space on my Dropbox. Sorry.
I had to think about that for a moment. Do you need to call up Dropbox and say, hey,
Yeah, we need more
increase my
storage.
space?
Need some more space. Wait, you want a laser beam? You want sharks with laser beams stuck to their head? What did you say?
nah, just a letter opener that's either a laser beam or a miniature lightsaber. Either way.
What? I feel like this is a Futurama thing. Like I feel like I saw, or maybe it was Rick and Morty that he had a laser that was a letter opener. I like it.
I don't remember.
So it's a mini lightsaber on your keychain that you can open letters
Yeah.
with.
Perfect. Yep. Yeah, I mean, you think about like a letter opener, the old style ones, they're so long. This is like miniature, tuck it in your pocket. Way to go.
A laser in your pocket?
Is there any?
There's nothing could go wrong
downsides
with
to
that.
this?
There's nothing bad
Nah.
could happen.
Not
Are
at
there
all.
Nothing.
any procedures that can
It turns out that male castration rates go up.
Oh, brother.
neat?
There's no such thing as female castration.
Male castration?
There's no such thing as female castration.
Male castration?
Oh,
All right, with that, we're going to call this council meeting adjourned.
Go back to your papers, Beth.
Thank you for listening. We record this podcast live Tuesday nights on YouTube. If you liked what you saw and want to check out all past episodes of the CouncilCast, you can go to councilcast.org. You can also find the audio files on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. And if you have a topic you would like the council's decision on, you can email us at IDon'tCare@councilcast.org or check us out on Reddit at /CouncilCast. Thanks for listening.
Why didn't I
Goodbye.
get a chance?
Do you want one?
No.